up, all you cool cats and dogs? Is that a real saying? Anyway, it is about 11:15 at night, and I'm doing a bit of spring cleaning, and I discovered something in my room that is going to be a part of this entire video. The big thing right now, or has been, at least since I started teaching in 2014-15, has been fitness trackers. And for the longest time, I had a series of different Fitbits, and the most recent Fitbit I bought was the Iconic, which I used for years until I switched to iPhone, and of course got the Apple Watch. But again, doing the spring cleaning, I found my old Fitbit Ionic. So it is currently charging across the room, and once it finishes charging, I'm gonna wear it just like I am with my Apple Watch, and we're gonna compare the data that they record across the entire day, from the time I go to sleep, wake up, exercise, gym, work, whatever, all that stuff, and see what kind of comparisons we can get as far as how each different device records the data. And you're probably saying, well, people have done these comparisons of the Apple Watch versus Fitbit versus whatever the other trackers are. And I was like, yeah, they've done those comparisons, but have they done them on the same person, on the same day, doing the same thing? Probably not. And that's what I'm here to do. So stay tuned, and let's find out exactly what happens. Also, shout out to Walmart for emptying my pockets of $3 in loose change for buying this portable selfie ring light, even though the iPhone is really good with low light situations, but it was there, and I can't resist a deal. So here's our first set of data we're comparing. Apparently, according to my Apple Watch, I slept from 1:04 to 5 a.m. 5 a.m. is when it usually stops recording, because that's when I set my first alarm to go off, even though sometimes it does show that I sleep later on the weekend if I don't get up or that alarm is not set. On the right, we see that apparently during my sleep, I took 758 steps. Weird. Anyway. And that I slept 4 hours and 18 minutes from 12:48 to 5:40. So here we see that both devices are tracking the sleep, but at slightly different intervals and slightly different times. So as you can see, it's just about 5 o'clock in those past two screenshots, and there's quite a few big differences in the data so far from both trackers. We're about to get some gas and then head to the gym, and we're really going to see what differences these two trackers pick up as we get our workout in. So I apparently forgot to take those screenshots after shooting that particular clip, but we'll go ahead and make the comparisons here of the workout that I did that was all weightlifting and no cardio. On the left, we see our Fitbit tracker that says I burned approximately 251 calories, and I had an average heart rate of about 121 beats per minute, with 26 minutes in the zone of fat burn, I believe. And on the right, burned approximately 239 calories, or 302 active versus total calories. I've never figured that out yet, but we see that there. Of course, the heart rate was the same because I only have one heart. But we do see that there's a similar rise and fall throughout the workout with the heart rate. However, the number of calories burned does differ by about 50. We all know I love novelty items, including slippers that say off duty. With that being said, we've officially pretty much reached the end of the day. There's not much more physical activity that's going to go on, apart from running up and down the stairs a couple times. So let's go ahead and plug these bad boys in and let them get charged back up for the next day. Apple Watch plugging up for charge. Let's plug in the Fitbit. That's plugged in for charge. Wow, that actually has 66% of battery left after a full day. And our Apple Watch is down to what, like 15%? But we're gonna go ahead and analyze this data and show you what the differences are between what we found and saw throughout my daily activities. All right, so here are the final results from the day. Consistency is key. This is why we switched the Apple Watch data and put it on the left-hand side. However, we can see that according to my Apple Watch and my Fitbit, I did 42 minutes of active activity, exercise, not just walking. However, the big difference we noticed definitely is in the steps recorded. The Fitbit recorded 11,772 for steps, and the Apple Watch recorded 7,566 for steps. That's what, 4,000 different at least? Big difference. We can also see there the specific data about the sleep times, 4 hours 18 versus 3 hours 56. And the only other thing that I think we can pull off of this screenshot is the mileage that I walked or traveled throughout the day on foot. My Fitbit said I did, 5.12 miles versus looking at my phone, the Apple Watch says I did 3.6 miles. So we can see that both trackers are tracking all different kinds of data, your heart rate, your heart rest rate, your sleeping, your steps, your activity, all that kind of thing. But there are definitely some big noticeable differences that we see between the two different devices. I'm not sure what that is or why those differences are there, but they're definitely there. So if you have either of these devices and you can give some insight into why they have differences of such a large variance in tracking wearing literally on the same person, on the same body, you saw that in the video, um, please drop some comments below because I'd love to hear them. Tomorrow starts a new day, and we're going to go back to just using my Apple Watch because it's all synced up and it's what I paid for. So thanks for joining me on this fun tech adventure, and we will soon be back to those music learning videos and classroom experiences. Make happy musicians. Bye bye now.